I'm John Levis and I work for Auto Windscreens and I'm goods inwards supervisor. We get the glass from Spain and Thailand. I count it all, put it all into stock. It goes into the cutting line, it's bent and then it's inspected. Then it comes back to me in a couple of days' time and we pack it all out and distribute it to depots. What I enjoy about my job? Oh dear. I think it's that you're left alone. Do you know what I mean? To do your own thing. It's not a playground, obviously, but the manager just thinks that's John's territory. He looks after that territory, and hopefully he thinks that I do a good job. When I was at school, I just hated it. I just hated school. I just wanted to leave. You know, I used to go home regularly because my granddad were on the zebra crossing, you know, seeing us across the school. And many mornings I used to go to school. A quarter of an hour later, I used to go and see my granddad. I don't feel very well. Come on, I'll take you home, son. You know, and I just didn't like school. My father knew this builder, and he got me a job working with them. And I was labouring to a couple of bricklayers and plasterers. School were easy compared to having to chisel a wall out. That's what I was first doing for a week, chiseling a wall out, and then helping plasterers plaster it up and things like that. So school were easier than having to go to work, and you think, should have stopped on at school, but, you know, them days have gone now. My father again, a big influence on my life, my father, he worked for council. I know it sounds cool, but I was a bin man. And to be quite honest, it was a good job. And I had 10 years on council. It was a cracking job. I mean, you're out in fresh air, it kept you fit. It was just unions. I just didn't get on with unions. They said like, oh, such and such has got so much short in his wages. I know, we'll go on strike. And to me, that don't pay bills. I'm one of them, I just want to get stuck in, earn a wage, look after my family. It was 20 years ago when I left, and you could leave one job and walk into another. And it was just a matter of going upstairs to see the manager, and they just sat you down. What's your name? Tell them your name. What size boots do you take? Can you start Monday? And it was as simple as that. My father, he was a big step in my life. He was one of them, get a job, I'm not looking after you. So you get a job, you knuckle down, keep your nose clean, get on with it, and you'll not go wrong in life. Harry went was just unbelievable. He was 74 and he was fit as anything. And he just went up to the pub one night, and sat talking, just had a supper his beer and went. It was unbelievable that. How quick he went, but it's a good way to go, you know what I mean, than suffering. You know, he didn't suffer, he just went straight away. Church would shock a bloke, because he was such a loved character. And I'd like to think I'm going to be like that. You know, I've got a lot of his values and that. The family I've got two lads. One's 21, he's a windscreen fitter for Auto Windscreens. And I've got another one, he's 17, and he's training to be an hairdresser. Because wife's got her own salon and she's training him up. And he's always wants to do that, and I'm not stopping him. I think I'd like to go into technology, but, you know, learn more about computers. Microsoft Excel, is it? I've been on a course for that. A bit of it top light, but I'm getting there. And another one where they pushed me for MVQ level 3, warehouse distribution and organisation. This is just two of about, I think I've got about 5 or 6 different certificates now. Wall's nearly dropping down. Never had so many certificates. Maddening thing is when people go on these courses, they go to like Manchester, Birmingham, stop for a week, night in hotel, everything. You know where mine is? About 100 yard down road. Honestly, that's just my luck, that. It's just next door.